Creative development is in its own area of learning within the early years curriculum. Lawrence Malaguzzi, I hope I pronounced it right, once quoted, "Creativity becomes more accessible when adults try to be more attentive to the cognitive processes of children than to the results they achieve in various fields of doing and understanding." This plays right into the hands of being able to develop ICT capability with children, because the issue is not whether they are able to use ICT techniques, it is whether that they know, and thus able to decide to use it. I'm going to be referring to the early years learning framework in Australia. However, you might need to use the early years foundation stage if you teach in the UK, or the equivalent of each of these in your own country. So go now to your early years curriculum and see if you can follow the same thought process as myself as we go through this together. Creativity is evident in the following learning outcomes. The first one is learning outcome 1 in the early years learning framework. Now, while as be able to see here that these may not have anything necessarily to do with technology, I do believe that they have things in common in terms of creative learning activities, such as being open to new challenges and discoveries, increasing cooperative and collaborative, increasingly cooperate and work collaboratively with each other. And technology does actually encourage the use of cooperation and collaboration with young children. And also there is an element of decision making and to be able to cope with the unexpected when it comes to creativity. So I've chosen the evidence here with young children in outcome 1 for a reason. And as educators, you can promote this in your early years curriculum when you maintain high expectations of a child's capabilities. Of course, looking at technological capabilities, when you provide opportunities for children to engage independently with tasks and play. So here I chose that because you want to be able to promote autonomy with technology in creative learning activities. And of course, to display delight, encouragement, and enthusiasm for children's attempts. So again, just be able to foster and promote creative use with technology. The next early years learning framework outcome that I chose is outcome 4, that is children are confident and involved learners. Now, this deals more directly with technology use. And I chose the following areas where it is evident in the outcome itself. Now, the first one, I believe that, that children will show creativity, of course, here, when they explore the purpose and function of a range of tools, media, sounds, and graphics. Now this, as I said, directly refers to not only technology, information and communication technology, but graphics. So there's a direct link right there for you. The other two, use information and communication technologies, ICT, to investigate and problem solve. And the last one, to explore ideas and theories using imagination, creativity, and play. So three sources of evidence that you can see with children when they are using creativity, using technology creatively. And then you as an educator can promote this sort of learning in the early years curriculum when you introduce appropriate tools, technologies, and media, and provide the skills, knowledge, and techniques to enhance children's learning. You can also develop their own confidence with technologies available to children in the setting. So in terms of connecting a real solid connection between creativity, technology, and the early years outcome, this one here, outcome 4, pretty much nails it right on. And then the next one, you'll see also further this more and more. The final outcome that I chose is outcome 5. Now, this is to do with children as effective communicators. And there is an element of technology use as well in this outcome. And as you'll see, there is a lot more in here in terms of connection to the early years curriculum when it comes to creativity using technology. So you'll be able to see evidence with children when they use creative arts, such as drawing and painting, reference there to graphics. Also, whether you are to use, when children use ICT to access images, information, explore diverse perspectives, and make sense of the world. Use ICT as tools for designing, drawing, editing, and reflecting, and composing. That's a fantastic one there. And then there is engage with technology for fun and to make meaning. So those are the 4 areas of evidence of learning with young children that I see to do with creativity technology in the early years learning framework of Australia. Going to how you can promote this as an educator. You can build on children's family and community experiences with creative and expressive arts. You can provide a range of resources that enable children to express meaning using visual arts and respond to children's images and symbols, talking about the elements, principles, skills, and techniques that they have used in order to convey meaning. And then you can also provide children with access to a range of technologies. You can teach skills and techniques and encourage children to use technologies to explore information and represent their ideas, and to encourage collaborative learning about and through technologies between children and educators. Learning outcomes that I have seen myself in the early years learning framework. What do you think? What are your experiences in terms of picking out learning outcomes that relate to creativity in your early years curriculum? Go now and write down what you see any further connections to creativity in your early years curriculum today. If you are using the early years learning framework, I might have set you on the right road. Leave a discussion point if you see that I might have missed something out. So if you haven't done so already, I would like you to encourage you to have a look now through your own early years learning curriculum for references that promote creativity in the curriculum. You will find a lesson plan examples on using technology for creativity in our advanced online course that will enable you to truly harness the potential of technology in early childhood education. So here are your next steps. Appropriate uses of technology are about quality provision, management, careful observation, and matching with child development, interest, and skillful adult interactions. So select a few chosen ICT resources that you can manage and get to know them well, and then develop their uses alongside children's play. Be creative in your uses and watch how the children adopt them in their play. Remember that children need time to be creative, to express themselves and to develop their creative skills, freedom to be creative when they want to be, support in developing their creativity and skills, choices for a range of creative media, and inspiration as a starting point to get them going.